Hey everyone, Michael here with hellocupcakeitsme, and today is Saturday, uh, January 22nd of 22. And how are you? Um, if you haven't done so already, please hit like and subscribe, and let's get into it. I literally just woke up like I normally do. You could probably hear Bella in the background singing the song of her people, which is always so fun and amazing that she decides to do that right as I start to record. But anyways, um yeah, the last few days have been really kind of stressful. What was it, like Wednesday Wednesday evening, I think it was. I just started having like multiple low grade panic attacks and just worrying about stuff and like fucked around and hurt my own feelings type of a situation where I was really just like the what ifs. And I know better than to do the whole what if game, but God, that day, for whatever reason, I decided that I needed to play it, and I had, like I said, several panic attacks, and I was just really out of it. Like, I tried to go to sleep, and I'd wake up, and it would be right there. And usually that's what I try to do when I'm depressed or having any kind of like anxiety or panic attacks or whatever else. I just like, I'll try to deal with it for a little while. I'll listen to music for a little while. I'll try to do something kind of creative. And then if none of those work, um I'll take a nap. And usually when I wake up, I've reset myself, but even the nap didn't help. So um it got so bad that I almost took a Xanax and just like said, okay, fine. But um, I ended up not taking one and just dealing with the anxiety, panic attack stuff that was going on. Um, so, for those of you playing the home game with my biological mom, she is now out of the hospital, but um, she is being very combative and very just, well, her. And it seems like every single thing that she does, her roommate is calling me and like tattletaling basically. And I'm like, I am so done with this. I'm sorry, guys. But I'm like, I am so done with this. Just shut up. Deal with it. You guys are fucking adults. You are over 50. Figure it out. Quit calling me and quit stressing me out and quit bothering me with the bullshit. So, my sister is actually down in Oregon this morning. And she's going down there to see what's going on or whatever. And yeah, I wanted to go also, but well, I was kind of phased out of that decision, so whatever. Um, I I like going down to Oregon because it's something brand new, and there's a lot of things that I like to do when I'm in the Portland area. Uh, but whatever. So I have the whole weekend to myself basically, and gotta try to figure out what I'm doing, who I'm doing it with, if I'm doing it with anyone. Um, it's cold, dark, and overcast outside, which is no big deal. The last 2 days we had some sun, and it was supposed to be sunny with our sunny and partially cloudy today. So far, It's completely overcast, but oh well. um, so, in lieu of all of that, I've been trying to get back to my self care regimen. And so, every morning, I turn on my meditation music and I take 5 or 10 minutes and I just like listen to this music and I meditate for that time period. And I then, um, as I'm meditating, I try to take 3 or 4 questions and put them into that meditative state. Like, okay, this is what I want to do, this is what I want to do, and this is what I need an answer for. And I meditate on it and see if an answer comes to me or what have you. And the other day I did pure tones, and I don't know where you're coming from, but thank you. A little superstition of mine, whenever my palm itches, I think that I just say, I don't know where you're coming from, but thank you. It usually means money's coming. So pure tone is just that sound or that frequency with no other music mixed in with it. And I did this pure tone, I think it was, what was it? 741 hertz. And each one of these like frequencies does something a little differently. Like 174 is to like help remove all of the pain in the body. 285 is supposed to remove negative energy and bring about positive energy. 396 helps with like feelings of inadequacy, fear, guilt, stuff like that. 417 gives you it like helps to facilitate change and things like that. 432 is like the miracle tone, which is supposed to do all kinds of special things for you. 528 is supposed to help repair and strengthen like at a DNA level. 439 is supposed to attract things into your life. 741 is to help like awaken your intuition and just kind of like realign yourself. 852 is to like try to connect yourself with the spirits or whatever, and then or like your higher power, and like get you in line with everything else. And then 963 is also to like try to help connect you with those universal energies. So I was like, you know what, I really want to have clarity of thought, so I'm just going to listen to the Pure Tone 741. Guys, I listened to that for 5 minutes, and when I took my headphones off, it sounded like running water all around me, and I could hear like the reverberations of everything around me. The cars driving by on the road, I could hear like as they were like driving by, and like I could hear the crunching of all the little pebbles, and it was just so freaking weird how my hearing was kind of like muted but heightened at the same time. And I couldn't deal with it because it was starting to like give me vertigo and throwing my equilibrium off and stuff like that. So I like put my headphones back on and I listened to some like regular everyday music just to kind of like normalize my hearing or what have you. And then even then I was just like, wow, you know, I still felt like really lightheaded and everything afterwards. So I'm not sure if I'm going to do the pure tones like that again, just because of that experience. I don't know. I haven't tried any of the other tones except for the 741 hertz. Um, but yeah, I'm always experimenting with stuff like that, just trying to like find things that help me with my mental health. And so there's that. I have taken up reading a book, which is something that I don't normally do. It's not that I cannot read, it's just that I don't read very well due to being dyslexic and having a hard time with like conceptualizing what I'm reading. So this book actually happens to have an audio book also. So I got a hold of the audio book. I'm listening to the audio book as I'm following along in the book itself. And it's a book that I was told about when I was like 12, 13 years old. And it came into my possession about 3.5 years ago. And I'm just now reading it. So I'm going to be 41 this year. So, you know, I figured it's about time, since I had it on my bookshelf, that I might as well read it. And it's not a thin book either. It's pretty freaking thick, and it's from like the late 1890s. So it's written in the style, or written in that style, and is very college textbook stereo instructions is the best way that I could possibly explain it. And I mean, I can understand what they're saying or whatever, and it's given me a lot of food for thought, but it's just been rather interesting. The book is called The Golden Bough, and it's by Sir George Fraser or something like that. And it's a comparative study, and it talks about like how humanity evolved from like a system of superstition and witchcraft into a more enlightened sense of spirituality and religion. And for some of you who don't know, that was actually one of my kind of minors in college, was world religions with an emphasis in earth-based religions. And so this is definitely a book I would have wanted to read in college, but I'm just now getting around to it now. And the other book that I read quite often from cover to cover is the Tao Te Ching. That I kind of try to live my life by that book, and if you've never checked it out, I highly, highly recommend you try the Tao Te Ching. They have an app on Android. They have an app on Apple. You can buy the book. You can find free books online. If you type in Tao Te Ching, it's TAODECHING. In YouTube, you will actually get a video of, and it's about an hour long, of the Lao Tzu talking about like the duality and the spirituality and the controlling of oneself and so on and so forth. Just amazing books. So I kind of go to that as like my Bible whenever I'm feeling really frustrated and need to reconnect with myself. I try to take an Eastern, I don't know if you want to call it philosophy or spirituality or whatever, but I try to take an Eastern approach to my problems. And so one of the chapters, or one of the verses in the book, is talking about how the master first has to master oneself and calm the storm within, and that the master does without doing, and through his actions of not doing, he does great volumes. And I'm horribly paraphrasing it, but um, when you read it, you'll understand what it's saying, and it's basically like saying you're never going to master everyone, but when you master yourself, you're going to be able to understand others. And I try to consistently understand myself and hold myself to a different standard, and then I try to apply that to everyone else. I know it sounds really long and convoluted, and it probably is the way that I'm explaining it, but it's very simplistic in its nature. So, yeah, that's kind of the book, the what I read. But anyways, I'm gonna go ahead and hop off of here because I feel like I'm starting to ramble. So if you're still with me, thank you so much. And like I said before, if you haven't done so already, hit like and subscribe. Give a thumbs up. Leave your questions, comments, and concerns in the comment section down below. Head over to the blog, hellocupcakeitsme.com, to check out stuff that I don't post anywhere else. Follow me on the social medias. There's a bunch of links down below. Come play a game with me. I play this game called Matchmasters, and I would love to have competition and people from my YouTube channel. So anyways, until next time, I will talk to y'all later. Bye guys.